enjoy the channel song for my weight loss journey by Keto.
Welcome to my weight loss journey. That's right, I am here and ready to share. I'm Keto Granny, keeping it real and true. And if you need to lose weight, this channel is for you. Exercise, dieting, and walking, a powerful plan. This will change your life forever, right until the end. Keto and fasting, a path to embrace. Healing mind, body, and spirit, finding your true place. Used to be stuck, but now I'm door dashing with glee. Walking a lot of miles, living my best life. Don't let your age hold you down, 'cause age is just a number. Every single day, exercise, dieting, and walking, a powerful plan. This will change your life forever, right until the end. Keto and fasting, a path to embrace. Healing mind, body, and spirit, finding your true place. Loving yourself first, that's where it all starts. Healing the whole selves from the inside out. No more doubts, no more fears, no more living in doubt. So come on over, join my YouTube family. Let's win together, me and you. At my weight loss journey by Keto Granny, we will soar, achieve your goals and so much
What's up? What's up? Welcome you all. Just sitting here at home and I thought, hey, I'll go ahead and come on and do a live. How's everyone doing? I got a little bit of a sweet tooth. So what I did was I made myself a keto mug cake. Have you ever had a keto mug cake? This one here is made out of almond flour. In here I have some confectioner's swerve sugar, and I have the powdered. I have 2 tablespoons of almond flour. Let's see, a tablespoon of coconut swerve, confectioner's swerve, just a dash of baking powder, tablespoon of chocolate. Then I added just the egg yolk, a teaspoon of water, and a tablespoon of mayonnaise. And I mixed that up, added a few chocolate chips on top, and I used the sugar-free or either the dark chocolate, semi-sweet. And I get this delicious deep chocolate. Look at that, you all. Keto mug cake. And I tell you, it hits the spot as far as a sweet treat. I think I've been eating, this is about my 3rd keto mug cake this week. It really does help, and it hits the spot. Hey, Miss Kim. Hey, Mama. Yes, Miss Kim, they are delicious and they're very, very low carb. And like I say, if you're on a diet, it's the way to go if you don't want to gain calories. You don't want to gain weight while you are eating something that you can enjoy. And then I topped it off with a little bit of sugar-free whipping cream. But I tell you, it's so decadent and so chocolate that I have to follow it with some water. So, has anyone been following the 3-2-1 system that I talked about? How every time when you eat, making sure that you have your vegetables, and to make sure you're getting in enough vegetables, make sure that you have 3 colors on your plate, 3 types of produce. I have been doing that now for a week, and it has helped me a lot. This week I went down what was it, 2.5 pounds on the scale. And like I said, I've had some really, really good meals. And I've just been listening to my body as far as the type of foods to eat. I've been doing keto. I've been doing Ketovore for some meals. That's meat with vegetables. I've been doing carnivore. There was one day that I didn't have a big appetite, but I knew that I needed to eat, so I went and bought this huge New York steak. Miss Kim says, I must admit, I need to get back to my veggies. Yeah, the veggies, they really, really do help me a lot as far as staying focused and on point. And when I do that 3-2-1, that helps me a great deal. Hey, Sure Shannon. The Sure Shannon show is here. He says, hello, Keto Granny. And he's also speaking to you, Kim. Hello, Kim, from the Sure Shannon show. I shared you out. Thank you, Shannon. It's been a long time since I've seen Sure Shannon on. Miss Kim is speaking back. She's saying, hey, Shannon. Ooh, I'm getting hot sitting here. But I was sitting here and I said, well, I haven't been on to do a live, so this would be a good time just for me to hop on and just to talk a little bit. But this week I went down to 236. Last week when I weighed in at 238 point something. And I've been using the scale that I got, the posture scale. So I'm already starting to sweat. But this morning I got up. I don't know if you can see it. This morning I got up. I don't think you can see that. And I was at the 236.8 anyhow. So I had went down like an additional 2.2 pounds, which I was very, very happy of and glad of. I was kind of worried about that because I had added in something a little different to my diet this week. And what I did was, instead of, I have been thinking about the GLP-1, which I haven't, still haven't quite made up my mind just because of the price. Otherwise, I probably would have been and tried it. Miss Kim says he's stalking me. LOL. She's talking about you, Shannon. And she says kudos to you, Keto Crazy. But anyhow, I have started using. Usually in the mornings, I drink apple cider vinegar with some lemon juice and a little bit of Himalayan pink salt. And that's how I start my day off. What I decided to do was just to put everything in the bottle. I saw a young lady do this, and they've been talking about the GLP-1 that you can make yourself. Okay. So I went ahead and I put everything in my bottle. I got my apple cider vinegar in there. The number one, Blake, is mine. What it said, the number one crown is mine. Ha ha, is what Shannon says. Um, this kid says, I'm so happy for you, girl. Um, but anyhow, I have put everything together in the bottle and I use that. As a matter of fact, let me just go get that and show it to you right quick. Okay. And I use this every day, you all. And it really does make a difference. It makes it a lot easier for me to use instead of just mixing it up myself every day. I just put it all in this bottle here and pour it out. And I have a shot of this every morning. I have been drinking a shot of this for exactly 1 week. And within that week, like I said, I lost 3 pounds. This really does help with curbing my appetite. It helps with my skin. It helps with giving more energy. It helps with the inflammation in my body so good. That is something that I wanted to share with you. You can just put everything in the bottle um, and use it like that. And that's the easiest way that I have found to use this. Sure Shannon says, I have been wanting to try that. Oh, Miss Kim says, I have been wanting to try that. Yes, Miss Kim, it really does. It works. It helps a lot. I usually just drink like apple cider vinegar um, with my water, and I'll have my lemon juice in there. Sometimes I'll put my ginger in there, and I'll put a little cayenne pepper. But I mix it up in a glass, and I was doing that every day. And then taking that, and it helps to curb the appetite. It helps with the inflammation and everything. But I've been seeing everyone talking about the GLP-1 that you can make yourself, or a mixture that you can make yourself, that is going to have basically the same type of effect. It's going to help slow down your digestion. It's going to help curb your appetite. It's going to give you energy. And this was the kind of, some were mixing up this concoction right here. So I kept saying, okay, I want to go ahead and try this. I want to mix this up myself. And I give you, Shannon says, I give you keto, Granny. You are consistent every day. You really are dedicated to what you do. Thank you, Shannon. That means a lot coming from you. Thank you so much. Miss Kim says, sign me up. But this does, it works, you all. It works, it works, it works. And like I said, I went down to 236.8. And I drink a shot of this every morning. I get up faithfully and take a shot on an empty stomach. That's very important. Make sure that you're doing it on an empty stomach. It's not going to taste very good. It's actually going to burn when it's going down. And what I did at first was I wanted to make sure that this wasn't going to interact with any type of, with any of my medications. Let me say that. So I waited until I went, I started taking it, but then I waited. I felt more comfortable taking it after I went to my cardiologist visit. I mentioned, a lot of different things that I was doing, and he just actually loved everything that I was telling him. He says, hey, you're way up here when you come in for your cardiology appointments. He said, my other patients are way down here. They're beginning. He said, but you know a lot. He said, you know everything. You know about the diets, the nutrition. He said, so I love talking to you. So we sat there, we talked about keto. We talked about how to prepare vegetables to make them really nutritious. I talked about how I was using this concoction and how it was really, really helping me as far as staying on point and focused. So I looked at some of the labs just now that the doctor had taken, and he measured things like my BNP, and it had went way down. I was just so happy to see that. He measured my BNP, and he did all the other things, the sodium, and the BMP, but he measured my brain, natural, some kind of peptide. But anyway, it came back so good where it had went down from where it was so high previously. So I was so glad of that. I was so glad of that. And I get excited when I go into the doctor, or my cardiologist, my doctor, anyone, and when I see that my labs are improving, are getting better. Mostly all the time, everything is in normal range. But like I said, I did notice there was one thing on there that was a little, my GFR was exactly like at one point. And if it goes over that, then it would have been high, but it's right at the end. So that's something that I want to look at to see if that something can be improved, because I know that has to do with your kidneys. Now, I'm learning a lot about these different medications that the doctors have put me on and that I have been on for many, many years. Some of these medications can really be damaging to us if we stay on them for long periods of time, but the doctors don't tell us that. They put us on these medications and they tell us that we must stay on them. They never tell us what we can do to really help ourselves to get off. Now, some doctors do. Some doctors will tell you, hey, you need to lose that weight. You need to get out and start walking. You need to add in more exercise. They will just be firm and be point blank with you. But some won't tell you that. They'll just give you medication after medication after medication, and they treat your symptoms. This is something that I do not like. I do not like being on a lot of medications or anything like that. So if the doctor tells me that he's got to put me on some type of medication, I'm going to find out what can I do to not get on that medication. What is it that I can do that's going to help me to, if I'm going to have to get on it eventually, but not right now, what can I do to maybe push that out a little bit further? So I usually try to look at ways that is going to help me physically, that's going to help me mentally, instead of them just treating a symptom. I remember when I first went in and saw my cardiologist, when he first met me, he told me that he felt like it was time for me to have a pacemaker. And now I had stopped eating just as healthy as I had been. And when he mentioned that he thought it was time for me to have a pacemaker, for him to go in and put in what do they call those stents, then I told him, no, I don't think it's time for that yet. No, I got a little bit more left in me that I think I can push just a little bit further. And I believe that if I change the way that I eat, if I add in more exercise, and if I'm eating some really, really good foods, then I believe I can turn this thing around somewhat. And you know what? I actually did. I've been looking at some of the different my labs and different things, and I've just been so proud of different things that I've seen, and especially after talking to my doctors, and then they tell me how, things have improved. Some things, they're surprised by, um, because they say just a lot of people just don't really do the exercise and different things that they say that they're going to do. But I really do try, because I really do want to be in the best shape that I can at my age. I want to live as long as I can, but not just live. I want to be able to participate in life. Okay. I don't want to just exist. I want to be able to participate. And I think that's what all of us should want to do, is be able to participate in life. Okay. We want to be able to get up and walk around and enjoy people and look at the scenery and different things. And as we get older, we want to be able to wait on ourselves, get up and down by ourselves, walk around by ourselves. All of those things make a whole lot difference, especially to me, because I have a lot of friends. Some of them aren't walking. Some of them are here. Some of them are in nursing homes, and, different things like that. So I am very, very thankful to God for my health. I'm very, very thankful that He's given me the knowledge that I have, and that He's given me the gumption. That's what I call it, the gumption to get up and go do it. Miss Kim says, I love that. Sometimes you might need the meds, but you may be able to wean yourself off of them. Yes. Yes, that was one point when I first started losing weight. I had weaned myself all the way down to like one medication. And then I kind of got, how do I want to say, happy where I was at. And then eventually I ended up getting back on a couple of more of I had an episode. And when I went in, they decided, the doctor told me, said, sometimes you may have to just stay on medications, whether you want to or not. It may be better. So I ended up getting back on some of those blood pressure medications. But my goal is still to get off of them, and which, I think that I can this time, because I understand a lot more about the blood pressure, like what the top number means, the bottom number, what the pulse means, how you can, I don't want to say, exercise, and it's going to affect part of that blood pressure, or how you making sure you're eating less salt, and that's going to affect part of your blood pressure. But you can look at your blood pressure reading, and you can actually get a lot from that, is what I'm understanding. Miss Kim says amen. I wanted to share some of the, let me see, I did a keto grocery haul, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and put that in a what I want to say in a video. But I am going to go ahead and share this one with me making the GLP-1, in case anyone is interested in that. So I'm going to go ahead and add that to the stage now. Curb the appetite, and also for a lot of other.
Terry Kilburn is
Real.
Hollywood's pre-war golden age.
So you all, this is my GLP-1 remedy. I don't take Zepbound or anything like that, but I do use apple cider vinegar, ginger, lemon, and a little bit of Himalayan pink salt to help me curb the appetite, and also for a lot of other benefits. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to make this. I already have some ginger cut up in here. I'm going to cut up some more ginger. Put this in here. Honey, you can leave that right there if you want. I'll put it in here.
Leave it outside so it dry.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm cutting up my lemon. I'm going to put some lemon in there also. I'm going to try to put whole lemon. Okay.
Through the 1940s, he continued to appear in classics like Swiss Family Robinson and National Velvet, alongside a young Elizabeth Taylor. Unlike so many child actors, Kilburn didn't burn out. Instead, he gracefully transitioned into theater, where he found his true calling. As creative director of the Meadowbrook Theater in Michigan, he spent decades nurturing new talent, staging productions, and proving that his love for performance extended
I'm just
far
putting everything in here.
now living quietly in Minneapolis is a reminder that artistry isn't about fleeting fame, it's about devotion. From the boy who embodied innocence at Christmas to the man who built a legacy in theater Terry Kilburn's life is proof that true stars don't fade. They evolve.
I'm going to put about a teaspoon of
Number 11.
cayenne
Sir David
pepper.
Attenborough. At 98 years old, the gentle voice that has guided humanity through the wonders of nature for over 7 years. Born in the age of black and white TV, and transformed it into a global window on the natural world. Joining the BBC in 1952, he didn't just narrate programs, he revolutionized them. His landmark series, Life on Earth, 1979, changed everything. For the first time, audiences saw the planet glory, narrated with awe, wisdom, and urgency. From whispering beside mountain gorillas to braving the icy winds, our eyes and ears watch. Series after series, the living tales of the blue planet beneath. He raised the world.
I don't have a lot of this in there because I have high blood pressure. But I'm going to put a touch.
His role grew larger and filmmakers became conscious. Through the Life on Earth in 2020, he delivered a haunting personal witness statement on humanity's impact. Please say what you Even in his 90s, his voice calm and commanding still stirs leaders, scientists, and children alike.
Let's shake it up real good.
It's not just about Ontario. He is the custodian of Earth's memory, the man who has shown us its beauty and warned us of its fragility. As he nears 99, he stands as one of humanity's greatest treasures, proof that a single voice can change the way the world sees itself. Number 12, Clint Eastwood, The Last Gun, the relentless visionary. At 95 years old, soon to turn 96,
This
Clint Eastwood stands
is
as
my
one of the last
GOP.
giants of Hollywood. A man who went from rugged cowboy to master filmmaker without ever losing his edge. Born in San Francisco in 19...
This packet is 80 calories and 16 grams. Okay, let's see. I'm really enjoying this stream, Shannon says. Yes, Shannon, that is ginger on the table.
He started with small TV roles, but destiny found him when Sergio Leone cast him as the nameless gunslinger in the Carnivore trilogy. With just a squint, a cigar, and a touch of Eastwood redefined the Western hero, cold, dangerous, unforgettable. In the 1970s, he reinvented himself again as Dirty Harry, a no-nonsense cop whose one-liners "go ahead, make my day" became edited into pop culture. But Eastwood wasn't satisfied with being just a tough guy. Behind the camera, he revealed a different side, thoughtful,
Okay. Yes, Miss Kim, a funnel probably would have helped, but I just was just putting that together like that. And yes, that is ginger. You do add ginger to this also. All of these things is going to give you a lot of different benefits if you do use this. And remember, you all, this is supposed to be like one of the GL. They say it acts like a GLP-1, but I tell you, I did lose like 2.5 pounds using this last week. I wanted to use it at this strength, using it as a shot, taking a shot of it every morning on an empty stomach. And I tell you, it really, really helps. So I guess that's probably all that I will share with you today. How is everyone else doing? Did anyone have any good results as far as what they did last week, as far as on the weight loss journey or whatever type of journey you're having? Were you able to stay focused? Did you have to do some tweaking to your diet and everything? Like I said, there was one day that I just did carnivore and I just had like New York strip steak. And I tell you, that was so, so good. I started off the week. Where was it? Yeah, okay, I did a grocery haul also. I guess I can go ahead and share some of that grocery haul with you all. Let me go ahead and add that to the stage here. Just sharing some of the different foods that I bought and how I use it. Oh, okay, I'll try it now because of you, Miss Kim says. Oh, well, Miss Kim, it works. But like I said, if you're on medication, I would check with your doctor first and make sure that you're not going to have any interactions. Because like I take the warfarin and I know ginger has an effect where it can also cause your blood to be thinner. Let's see what else I have in here that could possibly do that. But that's why I check, because sometimes if you're on medications, you need to check with your doctor about the different way that herbs can affect that medication. It can either make it work more or it can make it work less, So that's why I do check with my doctor a lot on those type of things. Let's see. As far as the grocery haul, let me see if I can find which one of these is my grocery haul. Let me see here. All of these average. So I went to the grocery store, picked up a couple of things. These are some of the items that I picked up. I'm going to share with you. Picked up some tuna packets. These come in very, very handy, and they are high protein. I use these a lot as far as snacks and even as far as meals. This packet is 80 calories and 16 grams of protein. All of these average 15 through 16 grams of protein and anywhere from 70 up to 110 calories. And they are some very, very good flavors, which you can see. I have this one is wild caught, hickory smoke flavored. This is wild caught sweet and spicy, wild caught lemon pepper, and wild caught ranch. These are all very, very good to have as part of your weight loss journey. Um, I'm doing keto, so these come in very, very handy. I also picked up some pepperoni slices. I'm going to be using these in some dishes, and I'm going to be making these some keto pizzas, and the pizzas I'll be using these pepperonis on. I also picked up some blackberries. I've been snacking on blackberries and strawberries. Berries are very, very good. They're keto friendly. They can contain lots of vitamins, minerals, antioxidants. They are great to add in on your weight loss journey. So I'll be eating lots of berries, especially when I have a sweet craving. I can make a lot of dishes where I can add berries to it and be satisfied. This is the bread that I picked up. This bread I like a lot, and I usually get this from Brahms. This is Carb Watch bread, no trans fat and sugar-free 7 net carbs, and this is made with Splenda. 2 slices of this bread is only 60 calories and only 16 grams of carbohydrates, with 9 of that being fiber. So I actually like this because I get more bang for my buck with this loaf of bread than some of the others that I'm buying. I have my Splenda, and I picked up 2 of these. Let me see if I can find them. These are very, very good. I put these in my coffee, and I use the Rise coffee. Also, when I use my decaf instant coffee, I use these. And these are the Splenda coffee cream, and this one is sweet cream. This one is French vanilla, and they all also have a salted caramel. But I add this in, and 1 tablespoon of this is only 15 calories and 1 gram of carbohydrates. You can also use this to mix in with your keto chow and different things to make some really good pancakes. Picked up a couple of packets of taco seasoning. I like to have ground beef cooked up for me to have as part of my meal prep. And when I take shortcuts, I like to use the taco seasoning. Otherwise, I'll season it myself. Taco. Picked up a couple of other seasonings that I was running out of. I got some paprika, got some onion powder. Now, I like these. These are some Sahel snacks. These are the maple pecans. Now, these are not keto friendly, but these are something that I like to snack on occasionally, me and my husband. So I have a bag of these. These are 140 calories per quarter cup. And I love my chips. So I got a bag of, these are the sweet and spicy Quest tortilla protein chips. I use these in place of chips. Picked up my sugar-free chocolate syrup. I use this a lot in different things that I do. And I also picked up some 60% cocoa dark chocolate chips. I use these a lot in things like my keto mug cakes, different things like that that I want to add some sweetness to. I have my Better Goods keto-friendly hamburger buns. Using those for my shrimp burgers and different sandwiches that I will be eating. I have some shredded Cobra Jack cheese. I do like to get my cheese in shredded, but I do take shortcuts also. Now I picked up some panko season. What you looking for? Huh? Right there. Panko seasoned breadcrumbs. These are gonna go on my shrimp burgers. I'll be making those. We like shrimp burgers, so we make those a lot. That's kind of why I got the buns, because I have buns for my husband and I have keto friendly buns for myself. Picked up some cottage cheese. I got my cottage cheese here for my for my wraps that I'll be making with some sandwiches, and I have some sour cream. Now I'll be using both of these in a lot of the dishes that I will be using because it keeps everything low carb for me, and I like the way that it tastes after I mix it up. Here's some classic olive oil. I basically use this for my skin or either as like an MCT oil. Got my onion, my cucumber, my tomato, whichever one you want to call it, and my sweet potato, complex carbohydrate. I also have a bag of carrots in the refrigerator, and I'm going to be eating those and adding those into my diet also. Picked up some cream cheese because I'm going to make a keto cream cheesecake. Now these are some regular flaky jumbo biscuits. Occasionally, sometimes my husband, he likes to have biscuits, and I figure if he wants biscuits this week, I may be a little lazy, so I went ahead and picked up some of these just in case I don't feel like uh, making the biscuits. Here I have some heavy whipping cream. I cook and use heavy whipping cream a lot in the dishes that I make. Now I know some people can't eat dairy. However, I do use dairy. I haven't had a lot of dairy here lately, but I do use dairy. I picked up a can of 100% pure pumpkin. The holiday is coming around, and I like to make a lot of little keto-friendly dishes, and I use pumpkin a lot. I'll be sharing some of those with you also. These are my sparkling ice drinks, and I like to mix these with water and different things. That way I'll have a zero carb drink that's handy for me, that I like and that I can enjoy. This is my Greek yogurt, and I usually get the plain. That way I can just mix it like I want and add in different flavors. Okay. I picked up some Jell-O sugar-free cheesecake. I picked up this Jell-O cheesecake, and this is zero sugar. I saw a dish that I wanted to try for TikTok, and so I got that along with the Greek yogurt, and I'll share that with you when I do make it. This is some Aunt's poppy seed dressing. I did not get the sugar-free. I just got the regular poppy seed dressing today. Picked up some dishwashing liquid and some dishwashing soap, and I usually like to just use the Dawn, y'all. And then for my dishwashing stuff, I like to use Tide still. So some of the meats I picked up, I have some mild Italian ground sausage. I like to mix this in with some of the dishes that I cook with ground beef. I have here some cube steak, and I think we're going to have maybe this evening and have Del Rancho steak sandwich or something really, really easy. I picked up some breast tenderloins. I'm going to be making some chicken strips that I can have in the refrigerator, and I make these keto friendly, and I make them the regular way. He loves those also too. Dozen and a half of eggs. I like to keep plenty of eggs on hand. And here I just picked up a little bit of raw honey, which I'll be using in some of my dishes also. Let's see what else I have. Of course, I got some salmon. You know I love my salmon. Yes, I do. Lots of great benefits, and I just love salmon. I had to have some more of these no sugar added chocolate almond bars. These are 0 gram added sugar. 180 calories per bar, um, 3 grams of dietary fiber. So it comes out to what, about 12, 12 carbs, but it's no sugar added. That's something that I like to eat. My husband likes to eat it. Then I got him some Texas toast. He loves Texas toast, so I went ahead and got him some of that. But those are some of the main things that I picked up for my grocery haul today. And this grocery haul is going to allow me to be able to eat some really, really good foods that I like on the ketogenic diet. Now, I hope that you have some good meals planned for yourself. I'm going to go ahead and put the groceries away now. So just wanted to share that with you. I'll be seeing you guys later. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Well, Miss Kim, okay. Sure Shannon says, your stream has helped me figure out some stuff. That's good. I'm glad that a lot of the information that I shared helps. That's what I want to do. I want people to know that you can get healthier no matter what, no matter what age. You can get healthier if you put your mind to it, if you stick to it. It's not going to be an easy journey, but it is something that you can do. You just have to be consistent. You can fall off, but if you keep being consistent, just get up, keep being consistent, be persistent, you're going to have some results and you're going to reach your goals. Miss Kim says, do you suggest talking with your pharmacist as well? It couldn't hurt, right? Yes. Talk with your pharmacist also. Your pharmacist can give you lots of great information on foods that interact also with your medications. I talk to all of y'all. I talk to my pharmacist. I have a nutritionist. I talk to my doctor. I mean, just about anyone who will listen, and we get into a good conversation about weight loss, a good conversation about eating, nutrition, keto, and I just love to talk about it. And I tell you, I just really get involved in it. So yes, if you can talk to your pharmacist can give you a lot of great information also. Shannon, Miss Kim says shrimp burgers sound good. Miss Kim, they are delicious. And I saw where Shannon said he has never had a shrimp burger before. You are missing out, my friend. You have to try those shrimp burgers. They are delicious. They are low carb, and they are so very easy to make. I tell you, once you have a shrimp burger, you want to have more shrimp burgers. Let me just put it like that. I tell you, they are delicious. They are delicious. And I love them because they're low carb. They're keto friendly. You can eat them with a lettuce wrap. You can eat them with a cottage cheese wrap if you make it. You can eat them in a burger. You can eat it by itself. But the shrimp burgers are delicious. Like I said, once you learn how to make them, you will be making them all the time. Yes, Shannon, you have to try one. Thank you, Miss Kim. Yes, please give me a thumbs up, you all. Please tap the thumbs up for our host. Thank you. Sure Shannon says, I love Italian sausage. I got some in the freezer myself. Yes, my husband especially loves the Italian sausage. And I like to mix it in with different things, like if I'm making chili. Sometimes he just likes to eat it as a sausage. So Italian sausage, I love the flavor, and I love some of the other different sausages also. Miss Kim says, I saw some items I haven't seen before. Okay, well, good, Miss Kim. I'm glad I'm able to show you all some of the different things that you can eat, that are low carb, that are keto friendly, that you're not going to gain a bunch of weight on. And you can work those things into your diet in a lot of different ways and in a lot of different recipes. Do you have a recipe video on the shrimp burgers? Yes, I do, Miss Kim. I have a video that I posted on the shrimp burgers. I'll see if I can find that, or either I'll do another one. But I show how to make the shrimp burgers. I tell the amounts of the ingredients and everything. And I think I also posted it below the video. But I will do that. I will make another video sharing making some shrimp burgers, and maybe I'll just come on and do that live because I got everything in there to make some shrimp burgers. But not today. I'm going to make the um, chicken tenders, and then tomorrow I'll probably make shrimp burgers, and I'll share that with you then. But I love the shrimp burgers. I love shrimp burgers. If I tell my husband we're going to have shrimp burgers, man, he just looks forward to it. If I end up making something else, he kind of gets a little upset. I thought we were having shrimp burgers. So I don't tell him when I'm getting ready to make shrimp burgers. I just kind of pop it on him as a surprise because sometimes I may go in there and I decide I want something different, So I just kind of like to keep him surprised all the time. But like I said, I felt good this week, you all. I started off this week stuffy. Oh, I don't want to say stuffy. Updating myself. Here's a little portion of something that I called updating myself. I don't even know what I have on here. But anyhow, yesterday I just took a picture of myself just to see how, after losing the weight, how I looked, and I was satisfied. Let me see. This one here, add to stage. But I had lost, and I can tell that I have lost, and I'm just really, really excited. I'll be getting out again today to walk around the lake, and it really makes you feel good when you can start seeing the difference in yourself as you are on your weight loss journey. So I hope that you all have enjoyed some of the things I've shared with you. Miss Kim says, I love it how your husband eats with you. He does. He does. He will switch up and eat with me. And that does make it a whole lot easier as far as if he eats with me, it makes it just a whole lot easier where I don't have to cook so many dishes sometimes. But anyhow, I hope that you all have enjoyed my live today. I want to thank you all for joining me because you could have absolutely been somewhere else. But you took this time to share with me little old keto granny, and I really do appreciate it. I want you all to know that you appreciate it. And everyone stay blessed. And I love you all so much. Sure, Shannon, Miss Kim, everyone who was in the bushes. I thank you all so much for coming and supporting me. Much for the life. Thank you, Sure Shannon. Let's see, Miss Kim's Bling Bar. And anybody else who was here in the bushes, thank you all. Anyhow, this is Keto Granny saying have a great day, and I'll see you on the next.
Enjoy the challenge.